I'm attorney Justin Clark. Coming up just ahead on You Have Real Estate, going solar is a no-brainer. I did it last year. After this next 30 minutes, you will want to do it as well. Stephen Bator with IQ Power Solar will tell you why to go solar. It's just ahead. It's You Have Real Estate.
If you've been threatened by the IRS, you're not helpless. I'm attorney Justin Clark. You have the power to fight wage garnishments and to fight levies on your account. Call me now for a free consultation or visit youhavepower.com and take back control of your life.
This is a special offer from IQ Power Solar.
Stop paying high electric bills with a solar power system from IQ Power Solar. And now it's never been easier. IQ Power Solar can give you immediate electric bill relief right now when you go solar. IQ Power Solar will reimburse you for your very next electric bill. Plus, if you're a first responder, IQ Power Solar will pay your program payment for the rest of the year. Call 407-585-1018 now or visit iqpowersolar.com.
Welcome to You Have Real Estate with me, attorney Justin Clark. Whether you're a first-time home buyer, seasoned investor, renter, or even looking to sell your house, this next 30 minutes is designed just for you. Think of it like hitting multiple open houses, all from your living room, with my attorney advice throughout the way. Any questions whatsoever during the show, I assure you I have people standing by right now to answer them. Here's the phone number, and I'll leave it on the screen, 407-205-0400. This is a little bit of a different show and a very special show, and I can assure you, if you're a homeowner, a life-changing show for you. But first, the opening statement. So I've been telling you for a couple of years now that I went solar. I have solar on my house, and it's the best financial decision that I've ever made, really for two reasons. Number one, my electricity bill in the summertime months would be $500 a month, which I thought was absolutely ludicrous. And then these electric companies could essentially make up the rates, it feels like, and every year it would go up and up and up. I don't even know what I'm getting. It's just whatever they send to you in the bill, you pay it. And it's ridiculous. And that's how we've been trained in this country since we were young. Now that I've gone solar, $50 per month for my electricity bill, even in July. It's crazy, and thankfully that I did. But another thing which I really wasn't aware of, the year that I went solar, I had an IRS bill, or I was going to have an IRS bill of $10,000. Literally, as I was filing my taxes, my CPA said, I need a check for $10,000. And I said, oh, isn't there something we can do? And at the last minute, I remembered that I had the solar tax credit. So guess how much I had to pay to the IRS? $0. Literally a $10,000 savings that day, all because I went solar. Thankfully, I did, and we're changing it up a little bit today. I went solar with IQ Power Solar. As you know Stephen Bator, the COO of IQ Power Solar. Steve, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me again.
So, I rave about you guys because you are saving me so much money. You save me tax money, but also I'm helping the environment in a lot of ways as well. How is solar helpful to our environment?
Well, anything that reduces your carbon footprint is helpful to the environment, but more importantly, it's just responsible both environmentally and economically at this point.
You don't ever want to talk badly about your competitors, and I appreciate that, but solar is such a noble world, meaning we're saving the environment. But there have been some, you don't even have to agree with me, there are some bad solar companies out there that are more, let's call them sales organizations than actual solar company like IQ. And one of the things that I hear often is that the solar sales guy came by and said that I was going to save you $300 a month on your electricity bill, and that doesn't happen. You've seen that. You've heard that. You guys don't overpromise, but you've heard people say that about your competitors. You've come up with a program that you just told me about this morning to overcome that. And it's quite shocking, and it's something you really need to listen to because this is an absolute game changer, an absolute disruptor in your business. What are you doing?
Well, yeah, our program is pretty cool. At the end of the day, look, solar's a no-brainer, right? When the average homeowner sits down and actually looks at accurate information and has a genuine conversation, it makes sense. Realistically, what people are thinking is, what's the catch, right? This is too good to be true. Now, in fairness, some people have some genuine concerns, and there's difficult answers. So, I spent the greater part of my career really focusing on these concerns, right? Because why wouldn't someone do what's so obvious to me?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I spent so much time diving into the psychology of the consumer, like what accelerates their decision making, what makes it exciting for them, and then what decelerates their decision making, what scares them, what makes them uncomfortable about solar, right? And at the end of the day, they're very simple. Is this my forever home? What if I sell my house in 3 to 5 years? What long-term costs are associated with servicing the system? What if a better system comes out, kind of like televisions? Like, what happens if an awesome system comes out in a couple of years and I'm stuck with this thing? What if I still have a $120 bill when I was promised your system would bring my bill down to $20? And what if the home value increase isn't that much? What if my home value doesn't really go up? So it doesn't matter how genuine I consider these concerns to be, or how much I've seen these concerns not be completely valid.
Right.
If they're valid in the consumer's mind, that prevents them from moving forward, right? To have or have not. So what I did with this program was I designed something to address all of those difficult concerns.
Yeah.
So.
And the guarantee, I guess, on the lower electricity bill, which is one of the main reasons why we go solar, is something that I can assure you no one else is doing. There's no other solar company doing that. I do know solar companies that are out there overpromising, and the electricity bill is still higher. It's not as low as they say it's going to be. You're overcoming that. That is the biggest obstacle that I hear a lot of times. How are you guaranteeing that that's not going to be a problem?
Well, a production guarantee is something that's become a little bit more common. So that's just one of the components to our program. But the difference is, when someone says, "Oh, we'll give you a production guarantee," we'll guarantee that it produces what we say. They're just documenting that the system will produce a lot less.
Yeah.
So their guarantee isn't really as if it wasn't guaranteed, right? So, but let me tell you what this program does.
Sure.
And this is one of those things that's like.
And let me stop you there for a second too, because I got to tell you, I went solar, and it's the best thing I've ever done. Steve is happy to talk to you literally this weekend, literally now if you want. Call the number on the screen. We'll connect you immediately with Steve and his team at IQ Power Solar, 407-205-0400. And if you're worried about the money, the financial aspect of it, let me tell you what I did. I paid $0 down. I have an interest rate of 2% or something crazy. And if you look at it, the price I'm paying every month for the solar system versus what I'm saving on my electricity bill, and then the IRS kicker on top, I'm saving so much money per month, all while I'm doing something that I feel is good for our environment, for the sustainability of the globe in a lot of ways. Go ahead, Steve.
So this program, well, thank you for that testament. But this program is really cool. First off, we're the only people that have ever offered this. We have a program where we give you a 40-year transferable warranty. Okay, that's
40
insane.
years.
Yeah, the industry standard warranty is 25 years. Okay, we're giving you a 40-year transferable warranty. That warranty covers product. It covers the performance of the panel. It covers the workmanship. It covers the labor. Now, there's a lot of companies that are very polished at convincing you that their 25-year warranty includes labor. It does not. In their rhetoric, it says workmanship. Workmanship means that they're responsible for errors that happened from the install. So saying that they'll guarantee the workmanship for 25 years is not labor, because they're going to come out there in 5 years and they're going to say that this problem has nothing to do with install, and then they're going to charge you $450 for a trip charge.
Yeah.
They do it every day. And it's mind-blowing, because just exposing that just causes distrust in the whole industry. So it's not helpful to anybody. So we're very clearly giving you an opportunity with this program to where labor is included in the warranty. The production guarantee, look, if we tell you your system's going to produce X amount, and after 2 or 3 years, or every couple of years, if it's produced less, we will cut you a check for the difference. And we will do that for the duration of the program.
That's really putting your money where your mouth is at IQ Power Solar, I would say, because it's easy to go out and promise results. It's another thing to say, okay, if we don't live up to that, we're going to stroke you a check. And I'm really proud of you guys for doing that, and almost shocked, because it really shows me how honest you are on the front end of things with people, and you're not over-promising.
You know, what's more important than taking credit for trying to be very honest is it's going to make it extremely difficult for other companies to be dishonest, and that's honestly just as valuable as, you know, we do business. We have thousands of clients. We get a lot of referrals, you know, and obviously we want more business, but there's not too much worse than finding out that someone paid $65,000 for a system that we sold to their neighbor for $38,000.
Exactly.
Because that person does way more damage to the marketplace at every 4th of July party, at every Memorial Day party, at every Thanksgiving dinner than the one person that's happy.
Let me ask you another question, because the last time I had you on, we had an actual, not just an appraiser, a forensic appraiser. I mean, this is like the top notch of the appraiser world. And we asked him directly, you and I said, okay, I'm getting solar on my house. My electricity bill is lower. What does that do to my home value? And he unequivocally said it obviously increases it, because you're lowering that electricity bill for the next person who's going to come in and buy the house from you. That's a forensic appraiser. But you've taken it yet again another step further, another disruptor, I would say, in this guaranteed home value increase. Tell me about that.
Yeah, it's very strange. I've been on this personal show, with you, with elected officials, property appraisers for 2 of the biggest counties in Central Florida, and forensics appraisers that go and they testify in court, right?
Yeah.
And we're all on the same page. And I tell customers this, that have a neighbor whose son that is in solar now, and he was working at Tijuana Flats 3 weeks ago, that doesn't think it's, so they believe, it's like, what are we doing here? So I put my money where my mouth is, right? We will give you a home value increase guarantee. What that means is, if you sell your house in 5 years, you call IQ Power, we will give you a printed appraisal of your system. Let's say we say your system's worth $28,000. If the appraiser, an honest and fair appraiser, says it's only worth $24,500, we will cut you a check for the difference. That's where my head's at. Right. I know it. I'm willing to put my money where my mouth is, you know, and it's just silly.
And it only makes sense. Again, think about it. Let's say that you're selling your house and your neighbor is selling the house at the same time. A buyer comes in. They're going to get the records from your electric company showing what you pay per month in electricity. Your neighbor pays $400 a month. You pay $50. Which house is more valuable? It is a no-brainer. And by the way, it is 2021. It's solar time.
You know, I had someone make a comment to me the other day, and I was like, wow, that's brilliant, because every house now has solar. Now, in my neighborhood, there's one house that it has a horrible install. I mean, panels all over the house, checkerboard. It hurts my soul, honestly. But every neighborhood now, you're seeing solar. And there was someone asked, like, hey, you know, I don't know, what do you think it looks like? And a guy said, they're like mailboxes. At first, you know, you thought, oh, what's that thing? That's kind of weird.
Yeah.
But now you don't think anything of it.
Absolutely.
And I'm like, wow, that's exactly right.
I mean, when I see solar on someone's house, I think smart person, honestly. When I drive by, I'm like, wow, they actually are smart, intelligent, and made the right decision. That's what I think.
It's a sophisticated investment.
I totally agree. Let me ask you another question, because I was talking to a buddy of mine the other day, and I sent him over to you. And he said, I want to get solar, but my HOA is an absolute nightmare. They're going to make this difficult, right? What does an HOA have to do with me installing solar?
There's a Florida statute that disallows the HOA from having really any bearance. You know, they cannot deny you solar. We don't have any problems with HOAs. We have never had a system rejected. And because sometimes they play these games where they send the homeowner annoying, we take care of that in-house now. We have our own team in-house. We have our own permit staff. We have our own customer service staff. We have customer relationship phases. So from 0 to 6 months, we have a team that's designed to handle you at whatever you're at in that stage, anywhere that you could be, whether it's helping you interconnect with your utility company, HOA, making sure the system is on, understand, hey, you know, it's been 3 months, what's going on with this? I never saw this before. And then after 6 months, we have another team separate that's designed to handle you post-customer relationship phase One. So we're very careful with the customer experience process. We spent a lot of energy on those kinds of things. I'm all about usability, being user-friendly, high customer experience model, because to be honest, unfortunately, doing what you say you're going to do isn't enough to get referrals anymore.
That's right.
They're just like, oh, what? That's what we agreed on, you know? So you got to get referrals in this marketplace, to stay present in front of the customer to where they don't forget about you as soon as their cousin's, niece is in solar. It's hard. And you just have to be obnoxious. And that's what we try to do. We try to be a Rembrandt. We try to have the best price with the best quality product that we can think of and the best service.
Let me put on my lawyer / I live in an HOA community hat for a moment. And not only do I have one HOA, I have two. I have a master and a sub. And when I got solar, I got a letter from the HOA asking me why we didn't get it approved by them. And I can't do the proverbial middle finger because this is broadcast television, but that's exactly what I did to them, because statutorily in this state, the HOA cannot prevent you from going solar, because as a society, we want to move to energy that is more efficient, more safe for our sustainability. HOAs, it's the one thing they cannot prevent you from doing. So I sent them it wasn't super mean, but it wasn't a nice letter back saying, have a great day. You know what I mean?
I've seen your legal letters. They're pretty deliberate.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't make any friends that way.
Thank you very much.
No, but actually, to be clear, we usually have HOA approval before, but I remember we pushed that one ahead and we randomly forced you to do a shoot. I remember we dragged you out of your house in a sweater, but
it was a sweatshirt. It was a hoodie.
Yeah.
No big deal.
But listen, there's a couple of other things that make this a crazy program, right? If you like a new system in 10 years, we have a trade-up program. If you spent $35,000 on your system, after 10 years, if you want to trade it in, you have $17,500 towards a new system.
Is that right?
Yeah, absolutely. And I don't mean, we charge you $60,000 in 10 years. I mean, the same system, we give you half credits. We have it's an absolute 100% cash back program. The biggest thing that people can't wrap their head around, guys, if you spend $35,000 for IQ Power, you go through a 15-year program. On that 15th year, you will get 100% of your money back. Let's say you use some customer loyalty credits totaling $2,500. On the 15th year, you're still in that house. You're going to get a check for $32,500, right? So you're going to get, it's a 100% cashback program. It's making sure that you're protected. At the end, you're going to get all your money back at the end of the 15th year, and it's just
a no-brainer.
It's already a no-brainer, except this just puts mute on all the speculation.
And again, I'll get Steve or his team out to your house right now. It costs nothing. Absolutely $0 to get them to your house. 407-205-0400. And by the way, this is not just putting solar panels on your roof. It's way more than that. When IQ came to my house, this is a full energy efficiency analysis that they did. They were in my attic. They were in my garage. I didn't know what you guys were doing, honestly. And later, because I thought you were just coming to put solar panels on my roof.
Yeah,
it's way more than that.
We were in your fridge.
Yeah, I was like, why are you guys drinking my beer? No, he
full
didn't
analysis.
Okay. What is that, though? So when you come in, it's literally not just going on my roof. It's a full-blown analysis of the energy efficiency of my house. Help me understand that.
IQ Power has always been a trendsetter in this industry, right? But that's what IQ Power stands for, right? IQ, intelligence quotient, right? So reduce before you produce. That's our phrase. We understand reduce your energy waste before you produce electricity. Producing electricity is the most expensive component to energy efficiency. Also, even if you have solar, all those kilowatt hours that go through the grid, if they're going through the meter, there's still taxation. But if you eliminate 40% of your electric bill or your usage from ever being necessary, you're not only saving the production of your solar going to feeding those machines, but you're eliminating taxation on that usage as well. Guys, if you have an inefficient house and you just go put $60,000 of solar on there, I don't understand the disconnect. All you're doing is changing the way you finance energy waste. You're not reducing your carbon footprint.
That's right.
So, but if you eliminate a hot water tank that's wasting, 3,800 kilowatt hours a year, if you properly insulate your attic so that your AC isn't running an extra 2.5 hours a day, that's powerful.
That's right.
That's a big deal. And then you're not spending 60 grand just to waste it somewhere else.
Speaking of 60 grand, you can go spend 60 grand on a new kitchen right now. And yes, you have a nice new kitchen. First of all, that's not going to increase your home value by $60,000. But the property appraiser can come in and then increase your taxes on the increases of your home price on additions such as a new kitchen or bathrooms or adding an addition to the house. So when it comes to solar, I'm sitting here arguing because I know it to be true that my home value is going to increase. What does that do to my property taxes?
With solar, there's no property tax increase on solar qualified home property investment. So, and guys, you're right. The reason that a kitchen doesn't increase your home value 60 grand, just like a $50,000 pool doesn't increase your home value, is because in construction, when they pull a permit on a pool, they pull a permit on the cost of the concrete. So if it's $50,000 and $38,000 of that is the person that comes in, the architect and the guy that makes it perfect. $12,000 is the concrete. Your permit's for 12 grand. If it's cabinets and it's $8,000 worth of wood, but it's $42,000 worth of custom carpentry, your permit's for $8,000. With solar, if it's 45 grand, your permit's for 45 grand.
That's right.
It's basic math.
And also, again, if you're going to go install a new kitchen, I'm pretty sure that's not going to lower your water bill or your electricity bill, or it's not going to lower your mortgage. That's for sure. However, you install solar, you've increased your property value, but what's going down? Your monthly expense on that electricity bill, which is one of the biggest expenses that we have per month. Installing solar unequivocally decreases your electricity bill like crazy. Again, install a kitchen, fix your bathroom, that's not going to lower your bills. Installing solar does.
Yeah, so I consider reallocating. Like right now, technically on a power bill, if it's $200, you're paying 102% interest annually. It's all interest. By definition, if you're not paying the principal down on something or working toward ownership, it's interest.
Yeah.
Okay? So you're paying that anyway. So you can either keep paying $300 towards something that never gets paid off with an increasing rate, or you can reallocate that budget to something that you're paying down principal monthly that gets paid off with no prepayment penalty. If you want to pay it off in a year, that's up to you. I paid cash for my system. So I don't have that is an option. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it doesn't make sense to pay cash right now if you can get a loan for 2.9%, 3.9%, and you can make the stock market's insane. You can make 7%, a month right now. So I wouldn't pay cash anymore, not right now, but
you don't want to take it out of that Robinhood account. I get it.
It's a no-brainer.
I totally agree. IQ Power Solar is the
I don't
only.
have Robinhood.
Oh yeah, that was a joke. I was guessing.
It was a good joke.
IQ Power Solar is the only way to go. That's who I went with. I'm so happy that I did, but I did not know what you were doing over at IQ to really change this market, but more importantly, give you at home some comfortability on the questions that you might have had about solar. They really aren't questions anymore. This new program, Steve, if you don't mind, take me through exactly what you're doing to give the customer the comfortability to go solar.
This new program offers you a 40-year transferable warranty on the product, their performance, the workmanship, the labor. That is the best warranty that's ever been flirted with in this sector, ever, hands down, right? We're giving you a production guarantee. If we promise it's going to produce something and it produces less, we'll cut you a check for the difference. We're giving you a home value increase guarantee. If we tell you that it's going to increase your home value $23,000 and the appraiser is stuck at 20, we cut you a check for the difference, okay? Trade-in program. In 10 years, if you want a cool new system or you want to add stuff up, you have loyalty credits to where you have 50% of your system. If you spent 40 grand, you have $20,000 to trade in and trade up, okay? If you move, if you sell the house, the credits stay with the homeowner, not the home. So if you don't trade up, you sell the house and you move to a new home, you have those credits to go to a new system on a new home, right? And if you move into a house that's not qualified for solar, you can then get cash back instead of a trade up. So we spent 4 years developing this program. Customer loyalties for add-ons. You want to add a battery later. You want to add a new water heater. You just got a pool. You want to add solar pool heat. You can literally do this with no cost if you're in our customer loyalty program. And most importantly, if you spent $35,000 today and you go through our program, on the 15th year, if you haven't used any credits or anything like that, we will cut you a check for the entire cost of your system.
Unbelievable. And already what I've thought this whole time, no-brainer, is a double no-brainer, I guess, at this point.
It's never been done. We've been working on this for 4 years. sophisticating the execution of this program. It's time. It's an interrupter.
I can't think of a better time than now to save money, save the environment, and you can do so at 407-205-0400. Steve's team will come out there, cost you nothing. Even if you decide to go with solar, if you do the program I did, I literally paid not one single penny down, and I had solar on my house at a very, very low interest rate. And again, it's a no-brainer. I was paying $500 a month for my electricity bill. I think I'm paying $180 or $150 for my solar and $50 for my electricity bill. I'm saving $300 a month, and I have solar with IQ Power Solar. Stephen Bator, as always, brother, that was fun. I'm really impressed with what you're doing there. That's incredible if you think about it.
Thank you.
I'm very, very happy to work with you guys. As always, I hope you have a fantastic weekend. I'll see you next weekend for more You Have Real Estate.
Just in case you haven't heard lately, mortgage rates are at historic lows. In my entire career, I have never seen them dip this low. Now may be your best time to own your dream home and stop throwing your hard-earned money away on rent, refinance to a lower rate to save money on your monthly mortgage payment, or pay off high-interest credit card and other debt. My name is Dallas Lehman, president of You Have Mortgage. No one knows when rates will begin to climb again, but they will and can go back up quickly. Call me today so we can tailor your historic rate and program. Our premier Under One Roof team is here to provide our very best for you.
Do you want to feature your home for free on our show? My name is Vivian Lehman with You Have Realty, and we've come up with a comprehensive marketing strategy to get your home sold quickly. Whether buying or selling, we have all the resources for your real estate transaction: builder, insurance, title, mortgage, and we might even know Justin Clark. All under one roof. Call us at 407-205-0400.
I'm here every week to answer your calls, questions, and provide your free pre-approvals. I really enjoy helping people celebrate refinancing to a historic low rate or purchasing their dream home. Now for me, this is my 2.875% 30-year smile from my own home purchase this month because I like to practice what I preach. I also like to share great news. Call me today and let's get you your best loan scenario while these historic low rates last. It only makes sense to get started now. Your Under One Roof team is always here to help you.
Hey Central Florida, it's Carter Burks here with Carter Water Home Solutions. Have you ever noticed how your water may have a smell to it or a bad taste? Well, that's not how water's supposed to be. It should be tasteless and odorless. It should be clear. And at Carter Water, we're here to help you find a way to make it that way. You can go to carterwater.com, request a free water test. No obligation, no pressure. For your no-cost, no-obligation water test, give us a call today at 407-205-0400 or go to carterwater.com. We'll be happy to come by.